Welcome to our wine tasting class this evening. Yes, this is a new offering through the Culinary School, and we will be tasting 6 wines this evening and talk about pairing them with foods as well. Yes, you can take these classes towards getting your sommelier license. So, if you are ready, we will get started. I have staff that will come around and pour everyone glasses. But we are going to start off with the Stringer. So we're going to start with our 2 whites. The Stringer is a 2013. It's from Alexander Valley. It's a Sauvignon Blanc. And it is a vibrant, straw-colored with a tinge of green. You can definitely see that. Stone fruit, guava, lime blossoms, and mineral aromas arrive into a ripe lemon lime, almond, and sweet spices. So take a sip. I'm going to pour myself a glass and see what you think. So you want to swirl and sniff, and then take a sip and let it sit on your tongue. Now you all have the tasting instructions in front of you, so if you did it wrong, try again. Swirl, sniff, very nice. It is a very drinkable white. It's low body and it's very fruity, so it's a good one for people starting off with wine. That's one of the reasons why I picked it. It's juicy, refreshingly crisp, with grapefruit, lemongrass, citrus blossom, and stone fruit with a hint of blood orange. So what this pairs well with is like a caprese salad, grilled halibut and herbs. You don't want anything real heavy if you are pairing for another person, but honestly, when you're pairing for yourself, it's whatever you like. So if you don't like whites, there is a red that will go with your meal. And that is really the change in wine philosophy recently, is that you really can go with what you like. There aren't a lot of rules at the moment. So can you guys taste some of the lemongrass and stone fruit, lime, grapefruit? You want to start building your palate so you can taste these things. It takes a little bit of time if you're not a wine drinker. The nice thing about this, these are from Tasting Room, from Lot 18. So they ship out, they have different subscription wine programs, and they ship them out once a quarter. And they change what you get based on your preferences. So while you're in the class, you will get the ones that we're having in the class. But if you want to continue with the subscription after, they will start to cater what they send you based on what you like, which is really nice. So you're going to get all 6 of these wines at home so you can try them again, because atmosphere really does matter. And we have a few little snacks here, but we're not having a full meal with them, so I would highly recommend going home and making a meal based on the wine you're going to drink that evening, and see how it pairs and see how the taste differs. We will have some classes that include a meal to go with it, but we probably won't do as many wines if we're having a full meal. This is just too much to have a real entree and for 6 bottles of wine. So what do you guys think about that one? So now we're moving on to a white that is a little bit fuller bodied, more fuller bodied. It's kind of a medium body, and it's kind of in the middle between fruity and oaky. And this is Vinum Clarksburg. It's from the Vinum Cellars. It's a Chenin Blanc Viognier, and it is a 2012. These are all very reasonably priced wines. It's one of the reasons we're starting with them while we're still building your palate. But you can get some excellent wines without spending a fortune, and it's really good to know that. So the first thought when you taste it, does everybody have a glass now? Okay, great. The first thought is refreshing. So you want to swirl and sniff. Here, I'll pour myself some too. So swirl, sniff. You can smell the tropical fruits in there, like kiwi, cassava melon, blood orange. And then when you drink it, it's very balanced in its acidity, in the mid palate, allowing for a variation of flavors to be revealed. So you can taste some citron lemon, key lime, apple, fig, Meyer lemon. And then it kind of has a finish that's a little bit more robust with kind of honeysuckle, mango, passion fruit, kumquat. Now this also pairs well with caprese salad, grilled halibut, but it also, since it's a little bit fuller bodied, it also pairs well with some curries and chilies. Yeah, I mean, you don't just have to go with a red when you're having some of those richer flavored meals too. Because there are a lot of people out there who really do not like red wine. They just don't. So it's very useful to be able to pair heavier meals with a white wine that people will like. Because if they don't like white wine, if they don't like red wine, and that's all you offer them, they're going to drink something else. So don't be a purist when you're recommending to other people. That's my philosophy. You will find many other philosophies out there, but I'm the one teaching you. So the first red we're going to have is the Azora Paso Robles, and that's being passed around right now. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's 2012. Yes, and this one is from California, Paso Robles, and it's got a rich, dark aroma of currants. So I already have a glass of this one. This is what I've been drinking this afternoon. The smell is wonderful. It's currants, dried cherries. It's a very dark wine, you will see. It's got nice legs on it. It really sticks to the side of the glass when you swish it. And those same flavors are really present on the palate. So there's it's delicate, but it's also got some minerality. It's exceptionally smooth and round from the oak aging. Just a hint of spice. So this is a great accompaniment with grilled meals, rich foods, aged cheeses. So if you're doing like a cheese dessert, this would be a wonderful wine to pair with it. Yep. So definitely take some time with this sitting on the tongue, because it definitely is a really nice, smooth wine. It's a wine, as I can prove from example, you can drink all day. All right. So now, let's see what we are moving on to next. All right, I think this is what we have next. Is that right? Yes. So now we have a South African wine. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's a 2012 Linton Park Cafe Cabernet from Paarl, South Africa. And it is a very special wine. So this is carefully crafted with French and American oak for 12 months to bring out the natural coffee, dark chocolate, and truffle flavor components that complement the black currant, berry, and plum fruit influences of this beautiful wine. So I'm going to pour myself some of this. I'll get back to the Azores. So swirl and sniff. This also has kind of a toasted baking spice taste, blackberry pie, mocha. Yeah, it's lovely. That is nice. So this is really good paired with like a roasted sage chicken, smoked baby back ribs, mushroom risotto. Yeah, it's a really nice wine. It's medium to high bodied, but it's on the fruity side. Yeah, so it's different. The Azora is medium bodied, but it's more on the earthy side with that oaky taste. But this one's definitely more fruity. Okay, let's see what we've got next. Oh, this is a nice one. Okay, so we are moving on. This is really a middle of the road wine for us. So this is medium bodied. This is halfway between fruity and earthy. So again, it's a good all around, most everybody likes it, very drinkable wine. This is Tremolo. It's a Malbec, 2013. It's from Napa. And it's rustic, earthy, and even a bit restrained at first. So give this wine some air, and you'll find an excellent fruit concentration. So do open this for a little bit. We've had this opened for a little bit before. We chilled a tiny bit and opened before we served it to you. And it's got a notes of dark cherry, blackberries, hint of vanilla, and like a meaty, earthy flavor. So I'm going to pour some of that for me. And you guys should all have glasses by now. So swirl. See if you can taste some of that vanilla and dark cherries. And sniff. Nice, huh? It really finishes dry and it makes you want more. So again, it is like a sitting around the patio. It's a good summer wine, just kind of hanging out and drinking. Now this is really good paired with burgers, any kind of grilled meat, because it's a really kind of muscular red. So yeah, that's your favorite. It's a lot of people's favorite. All right, and we have one more left. So this is our Coronet Zinfandel. It's a 2012. It's from Sonoma County. So another Napa wine. And this has big, bold aromas of rich black fruit, blueberry pie, juicy plum, hints of mulling spice too. Let me get some of that. Yeah, it starts off really rich and full. Drip that. And then it has a real concentration and a nice lively acidity. So. Going down, it's very soft and velvety, smooth. It's got some polished tannins that linger. So it's got a good aftertaste. It's got a real core of intense dark plum and cocoa, and that coats the palate, while the acidity and lingering tannins add some complexity to it. So yeah, it's a really nice complex wine, and it's funny because in terms of the range, it's also very similar to the Tremolo in that it's a medium-bodied wine, halfway between fruity and earthy, but a very different taste. So this one is really good with hard cheeses and salume, barbecue, spicy lamb dishes. So this can really hold up. I think because of the aftertaste, it's not as much of a just down it all day kind of wine. Like it's very complex and it pairs really well with food. So do you guys have a favorite? The nice thing is you're going to have a different one for everybody in the room. That's the nice thing about wine. So these are all good wines. So, I doubt you're going to have one that everybody hates. And then you'll have people who prefer the whites, people who prefer the reds. And it's just kind of preference at that point. So it'll be fun to do this with a meal. I think what we'll do is we'll have 3 courses and have a different glass of wine with each course. Doesn't that sound good? Okay, so we'll have a few more tastings like this, and then maybe in the winter we will have a pairing. All right. Well, let me know if you have any questions. There's plenty of wine, so if you have a favorite, come back and taste it. And you should be rating these on a 1 through 10 scale, because honestly, when you go back, you'll forget. I might recommend doing that more at home when you get your box at home. And you need to make sure that you're present for your box, because you have to be, someone over 21 has to be there to sign for it. So you'll get an email with when your box is coming. It should be in the next day or 2. And you want to make sure that someone's there to get it. And then you can try all of these again. And let me know if what your favorite is now stays your favorite. Okay. All right. Just drink and be merry, and we'll hang out for the night until the wine's gone. Great. Okay, thanks everybody.